Well, hello there, beautiful people, and welcome to session 41 of the Tides. Not the Tides. What? It's because I'm looking at a different menu. Oh! Hold on, we're going to start this again. Hi there, everybody. Welcome to session 41 of Welcome to the Academy. I am, of course, your DM of Doom Ipsol Brands, or World Tree Quest here on Twitch and YouTube. With me today, we've got my lovely, amazing cast, and we also have our original overlay back, because they decided to be nice and put it back. We have with us today, we have got Charlie 182.0, we have got Gina Donahue, we have got Changeling Rogue, and we've got Justin. Hello everybody, it's so lovely to see you all. Before we get started, we have some housekeeping to do, as I have just been told. And I would like to make it very prominent, despite the fact that some people here have never watched it before, and therefore, how dare you. But, happy birthday, Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh turns 100 years old. And you've never noticed it. He doesn't look a day over 5. Well, you know, because, you know, a 5-year-old teddy bear is pretty threadbare. So when you see the actual teddy bear, it doesn't look a day over 5. Like... But anyway, happy birthday, Winnie the Pooh. I think that means that Winnie the Pooh is now officially in the public domain. I think. I'm pretty sure Disney will find some...
The original, probably, but the estate can sometimes have stuff go further.
Anyway, there's that.
I know too much about this.
And the fantastic thing about Winnie the Pooh and how it captured so many people's childhoods was that it was hand-drawn. It was handwritten. And it didn't use fucking generative AI. So if you use generative AI, you fucking shouldn't. Because otherwise, you miss out on great things, like Winnie the Pooh, and, you know, actually being a fucking human being. Speaking of being a fucking human being, we here at World Tree Quest are an entirely open-armed and welcoming community, as is our lovely little TTRPG community. And here, we accept everybody and love everybody, regardless of how they choose to identify. Whether that's by nationality, ethnicity, by culture, by their sexual identity, gender identity, or even by the way that they want to identify by that weird code that people used where they tie shoelaces in a certain way. Hey, whatever floats your boat, and if it makes you happy, you do you, boo-boo. But if you're one of these people that doesn't like that kind of stuff, and you think that just because you believe a certain thing, or because you like a certain thing, or because you lean a particular way politically, which doesn't always have to be right, if you feel that because you believe that way, you've got a right to change people or force your opinions on people, well then, Buttercup, that doesn't cut too well with me. That dog don't hunt, that bread don't get buttered. And you're not the kind of person we want in our little community. So, if you agree with any form of right-wing ideology, if you agree with any of the administrations, any of the political parties looking to scope power right now within the UK and the US, well then, rethink your life choices, get the fuck in the sea and bite my banger. Guys, what happened last session?
I'm so sorry, I took so few notes last session.
Holidays.
Yes.
Cue the Green Day.
Holidays.
We accomplished a lot.
Felicity went bald! Felicity is bald now!
Oh my god, I forgot about that!
I think that's the most important thing that happened last session.
Oh my, wait, I don't remember that at all.
Because
What
she
happened?
was wait, I said that I was collecting gossip, and then we were like,
right, we
she's
played Mad
wearing
Libs. I forgot, yeah.
right here. Charlie said that Felicity was seen trying to break into the school vault, and then Ren said that she didn't succeed in it, and Dan said that the defenses removed all of her hair. And we decided from that she's now
That's
wearing
fair.
a wig.
I completely forgot that I said that, and I'm the
And the
reason
true
that she's
part
bald
is
instead
that
of
she
crippled.
is bald.
Yeah, the true part is that Felicity is in fact wearing a wig.
And we don't even really know why.
But the question is, do we need to know why? All we need to know is that Felicity is bald.
Yeah, basically Felicity's now bald, and Constantine's finally doing stuff for himself outside of the society.
Oh yeah. He finally has his
Achillea's
own
making
actual
friends, outside of her friends here. And so there was a date.
That was last session.
Ooh.
Okay. I was I was trying to decide if that was last session or the session before.
There was a
No, it was last
date.
session.
Okay.
We're-
Yeah. Kaladin and Elpin had their date on the town. They went to the to the under market. I don't know what to call it.
It's the undermarket works fine. The undermarket, the black market, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I got a really cursed violin.
I can't wait to mess with that violin.
Yeah.
I don't think that violin likes
Oh, I
me.
forgot what the violin could do.
It's-
Oh yeah, it was a talking violin.
I don't know what the violin can do either. I don't have a stat block for this yet.
It's because you haven't
This
cast
is just a
Identify on the
violin. I
you haven't
know.
cast
Oh,
Identify.
please let me cast Identify on it.
I'd love to. But yeah, no, Elwyn does have a violin now that is kind of mischievous, made by a well-known fae. And
I never said they were Fae.
you're right. Made
I
by
just said their name.
And they're infamous enough from that name
You
to
can assume a
be
lot.
suggested
Yes.
to be fae. And yeah, I don't know. Great musical instrument.
It's like going. It's like going. This book was written by a famous wizard. I didn't say wizard. It says Elminster on the front cover. Okay, we know it's a wizard.
Right.
It's like that.
Yeah. Ravenna, we found out is.
Oh yeah,
Wait, I forgot. What
has
is
this
it?
weird ass bracelet, and there's some weird shit going on with Chargoth
Yeah.
there,
Oh right.
suspectedly, considering the void and hungry. That's some new information. And Aurora has a task from her father that Lucian failed, and we're all just really nosy about that.
We're all here for the tea.
And then we did winter break. We started winter break and we went over different traditions that everyone has, and everyone did it, and we all kind of combined some of them together. For those of us who weren't going home. And then we went and we waited for everyone to get back, and then we went off to the elemental plane of air on Randuin's ship, the Tempest Jr.
Oh.
And then we got Felicity's parents telling us, not Felicity, fuck.
Oh.
I've had a headache all day, so we're going with...
She just called
You're
you
so
Felicity.
I have
No.
literally had a headache all day. Rista's parents were like, hey, what are you doing here without giving us a call? You need to come home to dinner. Now.
I love how it's like you've been
Right.
invited to join us for dinner, and what it really means is get home now.
You are caught. We know you're here.
We know you're here. Get your ass over.
You think you're gonna miss out on the holidays with your family? Nuh-uh.
I was trying to.
You think you're gonna use our name to port safely and not come visit us?
It's not even
Oh,
that. It's
yeah,
like
right.
the one time I'm trying to avoid my parents' attention is also the time when I've got my new grey tiefling creepy boyfriend who talks to dead people with me.
Technically, he has already met my dad.
Oh my god. Rista's parents
Yes.
haven't met Achillia.
But I
can't
don't
wait.
think you guys
He hasn't-
weren't together.
Oh,
That's
this
true.
is hang on. I have a very interesting question. Has Eldwin visited me last summer? Did he meet my parents? I think he must have.
I doubt
El-
that Eldwin was considered interesting enough to be given the time.
If
But even
Eldrin
just a
visited,
briefest conversation.
he will have met them and they will have done the host thing of like, well, you're here to visit, you'll of course stay in the guest wing or something along those lines. But whether your parents remember, that's a whole different matter.
Yeah, I'm sure they like introduced themselves to you and then didn't talk to you for the rest of the time you were there.
No, literally. Like I was
Yeah.
given
And I think
the
you-
bare minimum formal hospitality, and yeah.
And I think you were there for like weeks too,
I was there for
it's
like
even
3
funnier.
weeks. Yeah.
something like that.
And then he
Yeah,
was in the
that's cool.
Feywild for the other time, for the other weeks.
Which is a very
But to
different parental interaction.
But to him, it
Mind
was
you,
just like a day.
Those other weeks felt insane. No, it was
Yeah.
way more than a day. It felt
love-
like 2
I
years or
love
something.
the absolute. So I love the image because like you look at their personalities, like right. You look at Eldon and Rista together. Their personalities are they're in that same kind of scope, right? and then you put them in a place like the elemental plane of air. Nothing but sprawling clouds as far as the eye can see. Perfect sunshine. Amazing, beautiful. And then the 3 weeks come to an end, and Eldrin goes, I'm going to go to a place where they hate men. And Rista goes, I'm going to go underground where there's dead people.
Yeah, there.
It was great. It's actually really, really fun to sit and think about that. But we did leave off with you guys being approached by a sky skiff, which is essentially, imagine like a canoe which has 2 fins on the back of it and a large sail, which is used predominantly by species that live here but do not have self-sustained flight, like Air Genasi, or like the majority of Aqaa's city's guards are Aarakocra. So they'll just fly up on you and have no issues. But you're being approached by port guards. In the outer city's walls, the guards there are usually Air Genasi, or and the few times where they are employed from the greater scopes of the further plane, you'll have a couple of cloud giants who will be kind of, you know, the larger muscle when needed. We left off with Rista obviously given the names Cloud Family in order to give you guys safe harbour into the port, at which point you were contacted. But we do go to the docking portion here. As Randuin pulls the Tempest Junior, otherwise known as the Vesper.
You've only called it the Tempest Junior.
I realised that. When I was looking through the notes that I had written planning this, and had written next to Randuin, pilots a sloop given to him by Dad. Child of Tempest, ... Vesper, ? Realised I had named this ship, and I didn't have to sit and panic. So yeah, it's actually called the Vesper. But it also does go by Tempe Junior, just if anybody's ever...
I like that energy of it has a name, you know.
So he brings
Not just Tempest Junior.
He brings the ship into the port, throws down the long ropes which are used to kind of moor it into place. Even on sky docks, you know, they're still moored down in case anything does go wrong, at which point you just have a ship hanging from the side of a floating city. The gangplank is thrown down and you guys are able to disembark if you wish, or if there's anything you would like to do before setting off into Aqaa, you can do that just now as well. What would you like to do?
I mean, I think Rista's just still, like, standing so stiffly with the letter in her hands. She's like, okay. Okay, quick change of course. This is fine. This is completely fine.
You keep saying that word.
Oh, am I saying that out loud?
I don't think it means
I don't know,
what
are
you
you?
think it means.
This again. I mean, we have all of our provisions. Do we need to disembark? I think we're fine. I think everything's fine.
How much time do we have before we need to be with
Yeah.
our parents?
They just invited you to dinner. Or,
Right,
or
we
to be clear, they invited you to attend their home. So, could be any time, really.
We need to get there as soon as possible.
Hey, Rista, I forgot. Was the plan for us to immediately get recognized by the people who own the place?
Well, we don't live here. This is a different city. I don't live here. I just gave my name and my parents somehow found out.
That's slightly concerning.
Yeah, so
Is it?
Really fast.
some information as a reminder. We did kind of go into this a little bit last session, but it was very brief. Aqaa is one of the many sky cities in the elemental plane of air. It's the most well known. It's also the one that is mostly governed by the elemental lords, the Jinni, generally hold council here, and Aqaa and other races that live in the elemental plane of air generally serve them here. It does have a kind of large sprawling marketplace. This is huge silver spires, gardens. I'm trying to remember what they're called. The Wind Dukes of Aqaa. They also keep an eye on all the other places, keeping a route out for the the machinations of elemental evil. From here, you can reach anywhere in the elemental plane of air, as long as you know the correct winds to ride. People who do not know the elemental plane of air, they jump onto a random wind, they ride it, they'll become lost, and they can be lost. It's a bit like sailing at sea. If you don't know exactly where you're going, exactly which currents time of year, you can end up just sailing in circles for years. This is what can happen with the elemental plane of air. There's also pockets of just floating mansions, manors, there is floating townships, there's all these kinds of things. So we could be heading towards another city, could be going towards a town, or just in its case a floating manor. That's for later to decide. But as Aqaa stands right now, massive, think like Venice-sized city. Really large, really specific methods of travel throughout it, but very densely populated and very watchful eyes around.
How similar to like Columbia are we from BioShock?
It's a very similar concept, but less machines keeping everything floating and more floating on actively contained tornadoes.
Oh, that's somehow more terrifying. Cool, thank you.
So my parents don't rule here, they just have a lot of connections here.
Yes, so your parents, for the fact that they're Genasi, your parents are probably dukes, duchesses, archdukes, archduchess of maybe like a township which is in heavy contact with here. But the elemental planes are all ruled by genies, whichever type it would be, whether they are Marids, whether they're Ifrits, whether they're Jinni, or the other ones. I can't remember the Earth ones.
Don't know, Gummy.
I can't remember the Earth ones. I think they begin with G. I can't remember. But yeah, they're all ruled by genies of that elemental description. They're all ruled by elementals. Genasi are usually kind of like high-ranking officials within the planes that they serve, but ruling smaller domains rather than the large domain as a whole.
Got it.
You would be brought into the skydock purely so they can check the ship, make sure there's no contraband. You're not carting orbs of destruction into the elemental plane of air, are you? That kind of stuff. You don't have to disembark. You'll be here for like an hour before you can leave if you wish.
I guess we got time.
If we have time to spare, I say we give the city a quick walk, see what there is, see if there's any, discussions of weird figures around recently, looking for anything.
Oh, that's a good point.
That is a much, much better idea than what I had thought.
What were you thinking, Killer?
I need to add to my weird plant collection. There has to be a weird plant here.
I think both of these thoughts are valid.
Yeah, there's time for that as well.
Listen,
they do have gardens here that I do know where they are. I could bring you to the gardens.
If you bring me to a fancy garden, there's no guarantee I won't steal something from it. Like a clipping.
Oh,
How can you steal
is that
from a
my
garden?
problem?
Like, it just grows from the earth.
You know, there was this one person who stole some beans. And he
What?
created a whole thing. Beans.
That's the whole thing where he got to go to
Beans?
the clouds because of it.
Yeah, it was a whole problem.
And he kept stealing a bunch of other gold stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, the plants might be chill with it, but they're not the ones who would put the curse on the beans.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
I feel like I'm missing
Wait.
something.
The beans lead to stealing gold and curses?
Yeah, and the beans help you go up to the clouds.
Yeah.
So are these like special beans, like the ones that
Like magic
Eldwin and
beans,
Achilea
or-
keep
You might
trying to
even
take me?
you might even say that you could exchange a cow for them.
Really feel like
Now,
there's a
how
reference
is
here that
that
I'm
useful
missing.
here?
Yeah,
don't know, I've lost it.
Randuin's just going to put his hand up and be like, how is that a fair trade? One person gets beans that lead them to a magic castle where they can steal a bunch of gold, and the other person gets a poxy cow.
Listen, I didn't say it was a good deal.
It just seems unrealistic to me. Who would do...
I'm just saying
Unless,
that
of
it
course,
happened.
they knew the beans would get you into trouble, and they just wanted to fuck with the person that they traded them to.
Maybe
Now,
they're
that is
trying
very
to
genuine.
gather 4 magic items together to break a curse that's been placed upon them, and
From stealing
they're-
the beans.
from stealing the beans, and now their family line is doomed to be barren. I don't know, though. This is just a guess based on the context.
You know, I'm
That's how you
usually a
can
little confused in social settings, but I am definitely lost right now.
I don't even think I've lost the connection in this whole conversation.
I think that me and
You don't take plants without the
Achilea
plant's
know
permission,
what's
and if they're in a
happening.
garden, you don't take without the gardener's permission, or else shit happens and it's bad. Anyway, let's go.
Are we
Okay.
going to the garden or not?
Let's go to the garden. Let's get Achilea a nice
I
plant.
don't think that's where we're... I can listen in the marketplace and look for my plants there. That's fine. That's more than fine. I could steal from your parents if they have a garden.
Let's save that until we get there.
Certainly one way to make an impression.
We will head to the marketplace.
Okay. Heading into the marketplace, there's stalls everywhere selling everything from food to shoes to weapons, armor, magical items, cures for everything. There's also a designated healing tent, which is just a guy sitting with just a bunch of things around him and just looking really bored, waiting for somebody who needs something healed. Is there anything in particular you guys are looking for, or is it just whatever pops up?
I think we're more so just listening for anything strange, but I think we're really listening for any cute clues towards what are we calling them again? Terror Square, Fearsome
The
Foursome?
Terror
I don't remember.
The Forbidden Foursome.
Oh, that sounds more kinky than I remember it sounding before.
The Forbidden
Yeah,
Four?
Forbidden Foursome feels like something that Random would go, why? And why am I not allowed? Like,
Forbidden Foursome
Because it
seems
would be a
weirdly
forbidden
kink shaming.
fivesome.
It seems a little kink shaming.
I agree.
You know, if they want to be a polycool, that's their business.
But
Our
I think
issue
I
is-
originally called them the Fearsome Foursome.
And I think we were all okay with it in the beginning.
I thought it was the Terror Square. I do like that one.
We started off with the Terror Square and
I
the
proposed a
Foursome.
couple things. I've said many things.
Yeah, I think you said
Quote
Fearsome
by
Foursome.
Charlie, I've said many things. Wow, is it? He really has a way with words, this one.
Including Forbidden Foursome.
of course he has a way with words. He's said many things. I've
He's
heard
said
him
many
say
things.
many things.
That's such an incredible title. Like, you need to go to this incredible sorcerer. He's the one who said many things.
He's said many things.
He's said many things.
He's very wise.
Were
Sounds
any of
fun
them
of
true?
many
Were,
colours.
were any of the things he said true? No one knows. But what
No
we
one
do
knows.
know is he did say them.
He did say them.
That's
He did
real.
say many things.
Yeah, we are, but we're keeping an ear out for anything that sounds like one or multiple of those four may be in town, or might have been in town recently. If I
Okay.
am to understand
Okay,
things
cool.
correctly.
I will also keep an eye out for a cool plant for Achilea.
I am also actively keeping an eye out for a cool plant, but I'm paying more attention to the other stuff.
Allow me to just grab a book that I don't need to move to grab a hold of.
I'm going to get a plant from every single plane of existence we go to, and I'm going to have my own. It'll go.
Oh,
in a
you're gonna have
different
a
garden.
collection. You
I'm
gotta
gonna
have like a
collection.
special place in your garden for like.
It'll probably
Planter
be in my
plants.
dorm because I can better manage conditions in there than in the normal garden. But yeah.
Okay, okay. Anybody who would like to can make me a perception check. It is relying on hearing or vision. So if you have any bonuses to them, add them on.
That's cocked. Wonderful.
Pardon me.
I got a 19.
I got a 25.
I'm sorry, guys. I failed to bring out my dice. I kind of forgot that I would need them.
Oh yeah, I
That's
definitely had
cool.
my dice completely set up, and I didn't just set them up in this moment.
You said perception, right?
Yes.
Perception relying on seeing or hearing.
That's a 23.
Ooh.
A 23, but that's the most powerful card in all of Duel Monsters.
Ooh, I technically get advantage.
So, who rolled with the intent of looking for stuff?
I
I
am
have a
more so
question.
listening, but I am also keeping an eye out for plants. So,
Okay.
however you want to interpret that, the heavier priority is
Yes,
listening.
listening for plants. My
I'm
favorite.
listening for
Of all
stories.
if anyone could listen for plants,
It would be Aqaa, yeah. She's like, I can hear them growing.
And the thing is, I have a feeling like if you spoke to Achille and you went, "Shh, I'm listening for plants," nobody would question it. Would just go, "Oh yeah, okay."
Oh, yeah.
She's literally said that she talks to trees.
They don't talk back to her.
What do
She's
trees have to
nasty
talk about?
plants.
Except the consistency of scroll
She
droppings.
just talks to them.
Also, Bryn, apparently if I have Poppy in passive mode, then I get advantage on perception checks that rely on sight or smell. May I use that?
You do indeed, yes. She
I
has
constantly
a passive
forget
mode.
about that. It's not better, but I
Constantly
got a
forget
19.
about your familiars. Wow.
I have it all in the back of my book, and I constantly forget to look at it.
So first off, who is focusing on seeing? Who's focusing on hearing?
Hearing.
Hearing.
Seeing.
I don't think I'm focused.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I got an 11.
Vibe
man.
checking.
I think I'm just there.
You're just
You're
you're just
just
looking at your
about-
boyfriend.
Y'all got like 19 and 20 plus. So I'm hanging out.
You're talking to the healer guy.
I mean, he honestly might have an idea of some of this.
I mean, yeah, he hasn't been talking to
here.
anyone.
Achillia and Rista.
Yeah.
What did you guys get for rolling to hear something?
25.
19.
25 and 19. You don't hear anything about, nobody's walking around going, "I say, old chap, did you see that fella from the Terra Squad walking through town last night?" Swear. I don't know why they
Absolute
were
bullshit.
I don't know why they were old-timey transatlantic news presenters, but that's what apparently that's the accent of the.
That's the accent
Aqaa.
of Aqaa.
I loved that, and I want
That was
more of that
beautiful.
brand.
Technically, that is the voice of the radio wave.
Gotta be nutrients in there somewhere.
Just this Aarakocra landing. Ah, Rista St. Cloud. Glad to see you here. Tell your pops I said hey. So you don't hear anything specifically about the Terra Square and everything like that. What I will say is, Achillia with a 25, I will give you this. You do hear people talking about ships and such that have docked into the port and stuff. And somebody does describe a ship that was disembarked by a score of deep purple clad acolytes. They look like some kind of religious order. I'll give you that.
So,
What was it, Bryn?
what are the odds?
Go.
What do we think the odds are that these purple-clad acolytes that were disembarking are someone we're after, or just actually cultists to something else?
I mean,
Nope.
take your pick.
Great.
I mean, they could be followers of Kadar, but But Kadar's gone, so I don't know what they would have to do with the Terror Square.
Kadar's
Also,
not
Brian,
gone. He's not dead, right? We
Yeah,
didn't kill
no, he
him.
wasn't dead.
We just
No.
drove him away.
What did we do? What actually happened to him? He like
We took his
vanished
gauntlet. We
into
just
the
stole.
void.
Yeah.
We just stole his clothing.
We stole his
Yeah.
stuff.
We
No,
sold
like-
his
like-
glove.
We absolutely did surprise him. We had enough numbers, and he was ill prepared enough that we got the jump on him. We managed to pull through, but Chargoth basically tugged his leash. He
Yeah,
got recalled.
it doesn't matter really how high a level you are. Even if you meet a bunch of level 4s and go, yeah, this guy's CR 15. If you've got 10 level 4s, action economy alone is going to do something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially with Eldwin with the whole person, that really came in clutch.
Yeah, the whole person
Yeah.
clutched it in. And then you had people like, you had Kaladin with sneak attacks. He brought in Yulani, who was a fighter. You had a whole bunch of range damage coming from everybody. Yeah, like even being a boss level encounter for end game level stuff, level is only going to do so much for you against action economy. It's like, what's the best way to kill a level 20 character? 100 goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's kind of like how long would it take for someone, like if you were dropped into a Coliseum and like a 5th grader just showed up every second and another 5th grader showed up every second, how long would it take for you to get to
It
see them
depends
like
on
that?
whether we're categorizing fear. Because that can scare a 5th grader.
I don't know.
Very
I feel like
easy.
5th graders can be pretty scary.
Listen, I'm gonna say right now, as somebody who has the equivalent of a 5th grader, I don't know, man. They're terrifying.
They are.
They are,
And
but
they're
if you can
scrappy, they
scare
don't lose
them
energy
more
either.
First.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could debilitate them by turning off the Wi-Fi. Then they'll just not know what to do. I've got the master key. What is it? It turns off the switch at the wall.
Yeah.
Black magic.
But yeah, so they could be linked to Kadar. They could be linked to something else. I will say, given that they mentioned Deep Purple, Rista, the major issues that people look out for here is cultists of the greater elemental evils. Yet none of them really wore purple, so
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like anything specifically linked to the plane of air.
Interesting.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
those focusing on seeing something, Eldwin got an 11. Constantine, what did you get?
23.
23.
Let me
That's what you
check.
said
23.
earlier,
23.
yeah.
Yeah.
Constantine, you will see, as you guys enter into the marketplace looking around, there is a trader who seems to be trading like herbs, plants, things like that. Seems to be more of like a medicinal person rather than just, hey, look at these lovely plants we have. They're definitely, it's like an alchemist.
I'll point him out to Achillia, so
Oh.
she wants to buy a bougie plant that could also cure a sunburn, you know?
Hey, she's named after a medicinal plant. This is perfect.
Yeah. I'll go take a look at the plants.
As you approach, the trader themselves is a... They do look like an air genasi,
Mm-hmm.
but they're an air genasi who's got a touch more of the element of air around them. Their hair looks like it is wispy clouds. Their skin is very, very pale grey, to the point where sometimes if you catch the light just right, it's almost like it's shining through them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And as you approach, they first converse to you in Orin. Can anybody here speak Orin? I'm pretty sure Rista
Probably
will be able to
Rista.
speak.
Yeah, I think I would be the
the-
only person.
So they speak first in Orin. Welcome. Is there anything that I can help you with here? I've got the greatest of wares from all of the elemental planes.
I translate this to Achillea. Is there anything particular you're looking for?
Just like a seed packet of plants that only grow like that most commonly grow in conditions here. Maybe like care instructions. I'm looking to grow my collection.
You, and he switches to common. You speak common, am I correct?
And a couple other things, but mostly common, yeah.
My apologies. I saw you walking here with a fellow Air Genasi, and I immediately assumed you must be conversing in the wonderful tongue of Orin.
No, I'm just realizing I am a parent. I can apparently speak Primordial, I just never picked which one.
Oh no.
Well,
Pick right now.
I think what that now means is you can't speak
Not.
Orin.
Can't be Orin.
So you
That's
can
so
speak.
unfortunate.
You would be able to either speak Aquin,
Ignis, Aquin.
Aquin, Ignis, or Terran.
There.
You better not speak Terran.
For the bit.
Jeez, God forbid you
Sorry.
took an elective in high school.
Sorry, that sounded really weirdly racist.
God
I take
forbid
that
I
back.
might have actually been grown from a plant. We don't know if someone ate me or if I'm actually a plant.
We've never
We're
confirmed
never
it.
gonna learn.
Por no que los dos.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
What if somebody
Huh.
ate me and I'm a plant? That's also in the Forbidden Foursome. It was in my brain, and I tried not to say it, and then the ADHD went, nah. Yeah, I don't know what else to do except continue. So he does, he will say, are you looking for something that's got more of a route in the airplane, or are you more interested in one of the offerings from another of the planes?
Let's go with air, because I haven't been to the other ones yet.
An excellent choice, if I do say so, my incredibly biased self. Well, if you're looking for plants that have a purpose, I can direct you to 3 that we do have here. Now, I will make you aware, some of these specimens are quite pricey and can reach quite high in the realms of care. But
I
if you're
still
not...
have some seeds from plants that only grow in the Feywild natively. Like, if you want to barter, I can barter. Or I can pay.
I'd be
what do you
open.
got?
I'd be open to it. But let me tell you what I have first. First off, and he's going to hold up what looks to you like a normal ass sycamore seed.
Okay.
But instead of 2, like the sycamore seeds, they're attached and they have 2 little wings. Instead of having 2, it has 4.
Interesting.
He's going to say, do you know what this is?
Do I know what it is, Bran?
Roll a nature check and let's see. This is specifically into the elemental plane of air, so let's do disadvantage.
First one was a 9 on the die. Second one's a 14 on the die, so that is a 14 total.
14 total. You're not familiar with this, although you would look at it and go, it's a weird mutated sycamore. Like that's what it looks like. But no, you wouldn't be aware of what it is.
I would love to find out.
This, and this is a play on words, I'll be entirely honest with you. This is a Seekmore seed. Cast them into any of the trails of wind in the elemental plane of air. Speak where it is that you're looking to go, and follow the seed. Very handy for getting advertised more. I'm drifting closer and closer to Matt Berry, and I don't know how to stop.
I think you just have to embrace it, Bram.
I think so, which is strange, because one of the teachers in the school I have this voice for, and I don't know what to do about this. I'm fully there. I'm entirely... I hear you, Clem Fandango. I don't give a fuck. His name's Mike. He'll move on to the second one. Holds it out, and he said it's like a, long green stem. Seems fairly rigid. It's almost got like a kind of like a bamboo reed kind of strength, but flexibility to it. And at the top of it is a tuft. It looks a little bit like I don't know what you guys call them in the States. I think you guys call them catgrass or something. It's like a long brown thing, and if you bite into it,
cattails.
Cattails. Like that, but it's more like spherical.
Oh, forbidden hot dogs?
For the forbidden hot dog. He's going to hold up one of them, and he's going to say, "This is a particular favourite of mine. Deploy this while in the middle of a stream of air, but from the back of your ship. Instant smoke screen. Don't do it from the front, or it will stick with you, and you won't be able to see where you go. Lots of crashes."
Okay.
Oh, and its name. This is called, funnily enough, it's called a cloud puff.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's delightful.
And my pen has ran out of ink, so I have to grab another one. Give me a moment.
Guys, like, Achilles wants to send one of these to her mom. I'm just like, what if we just keep these on us for our entire time here?
They seem very useful.
This might actually come in a lot of handy.
I just find it so funny that they're called medicinal plants, and yet none of them have been medicinal so far.
Because he's saying what practical uses they have.
I love that we're not actually inciting this. Like, we're actually just like, yeah, no, that cattail does do that. That weird sycamore seed does do that. Yeah.
I believe the sycamore seed one quite a bit, actually, personally.
I mean, honestly, I'm just waiting for him to name the price. If he's like 500 gold and then it's just for a seed, then yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
He goes to the next one, he's going to pull out a plant pot. It's like a glass plant pot, soil inside it, and growing from it is what honestly, genuinely looks like a pure white feather. But like really, really long feather. And he's going to say, "This right here is the prize of my collection. Legends say that this comes from the wings of the first Pegasus. Planted in the ground, and they've grown from there since. Now, you can only find them on particular islands, since the elemental plane of air is continually moving. You have to know where they move to, which elemental slipstreams they ride along. But these right here not only can gift you the power of flight, when brewed correctly, of course, but it's also been said that to char them over, very specifically, coals from the elemental plane of fire itself, it's said that any sickness born of lack of basic needs will be dealt away with. If you're ever on top of a mountain and you are feeling the bite of winter clawing at your insides, well, simply by having the correct things around you and being able to burn these, you'll be fine. If you're ever going days and days without food and you can feel that exhaustion creeping in, burn these in the right manner, that exhaustion disappears.
Fascinating, fascinating.
I have a question.
Yes.
And would a Pegasus, and I'm asking you, Bran, not the guy, would a
Okay.
Pegasus be on the same like legendary status as a unicorn?
For the elemental plane of air?
Yeah.
For the
I
elemental
have a
plane of-
follow-up question to this.
For the elemental plane of air, yes. You are, I mean, you, that's like it's like going to a city made entirely of metal and going, wow, are unicorns rare here? Yes, of course they are. The same way that unicorns are very rare here, because unicorns aren't really known for their power of flight. But within the grander scapes of the world, yes, Pegasi are very rare to see here.
Okay, I won't torture you. I'll ask you the question that I actually want to ask. If a phoenix feather or a unicorn horn can be used as a power source, could a Pegasus feather be used as a power source?
From a specifically powerful Pegasus, pure lineage, all that kind of stuff, hells yes. Absolutely.
How much horsepower would it need to be that powerful?
I will kick you from this party and you will not be invited back. I will do it.
Could I just do a quick insight check on the guy? Is he on the level?
Certainly can. Roll me an insight check.
Nat 20.
That's wonderful.
Nat 20 for a total of what?
Oh god, what's my insight? +5.
Ooh.
25 is pretty
Means it
strong.
beats it?
He has a +8 to deception.
Do you want to roll it?
Why would
you
he
beat-
need that?
You beat him by 1 point. He rolls it with advantage. Highest roll was a 16. 16
Damn.
plus 8, 24. This guy's lying through his teeth.
God damn it.
Specifically, he's lying about the last one.
Okay.
The other two he's telling the truth about. But the elaborate story and such of the last one gives him away that he's definitely lying about that.
Okay. I send a quick message to Achillia. You can get the seeds, do not get the feather. He's lying about it.
The feather was the most boring of the 3 options. Why would I have gotten that?
Oh, I would have wanted it. We can talk about it later. It's just disappointing.
With any purchase, I'll also throw in a pamphlet which will teach you all their properties rather than just the little ones that I've mentioned.
Oh, honey, I have the identify spell. That won't be necessary.
Does the pamphlet include care instructions for when I plant them somewhere?
Of course, what kind of traveling alchemist and herbologist would I be if I didn't include that?
Exactly. I'll still take a pamphlet. How much would it be for one of each of the first seed, one of the second seed?
For a seed from the Sycamore, that would bring you in at a total of 10 silver. For the Cloud Puffs, they're slightly less, coming in at 8 silver. For one seed from each of them, 18 silver pieces, but I'll do you a deal. I'll give you them both for 15 silver.
You're really offering a deal to someone from the Fae. You really don't travel far.
Oh, I travel quite extensively.
You just see Charlie freaking out in the corner.
Why is this?
Yeah, sure, sounds great.
Fantastic! And he'll take one of the Sycamore seeds and put it in like a little bag. Takes one of the Cloud Puffs, puts it in, and then his hand lingers at the feather flower, and he says, "You sure I can't twist your arm?"
I like something that's weird. That seems pretty run-of-the-mill, average quest situation. These two are fun.
Of course. Hands you the bag. That's 15 silver pieces, please. Oh.
I hand it over.
Takes the 15 silver pieces. Anything I can get for your friends here? Anything at all?
Y'all want plants?
I'm good.
That's
Fine.
That is the most downright country that Achilles has ever sounded. Y'all want plants?
Y'all want some plants? Ah, shit, it's failing.
Gotta sell some plants. We're at a farmer's market.
No, they don't share the same interests I do in those regards. Thank you.
You are absolutely welcome. Please do come back anytime.
We probably won't.
I like to think that Killia's probably still wearing her shoes. Her fuck ass. She has her fuck ass spells all on her staff. She has all her fuck ass spells on her. So I think as she walks away, she makes the owlbear growl.
Ew.
This is bad. What if an actual owlbear shows up and we're like, oh no, it's just Achilles' bells.
The boy who cried owlbear.
The bell who cried owlbear.
It would be really bad if it was the owlbear growl and then a little bit later a human scream.
Just
it gives
one
you
after
these-
the other.
With
Yeah.
the pamphlet.
Putting together a soundboard. That's crazy.
Seek more seeds can also be used in a draft when mixed with a couple of other fairly common plants that are listed there. They can create a potion of featherfall.
Fun.
And as for the Cloud Puffs one, he was being serious when he said it. You can combine them with a few fairly easy to find materials and create what is this? It's essentially a small grenade housed in a vial that when you throw it on the ground, it creates the is it smoke? Is it called smoke screen or is it just called mist? Give me a second.
If I get more of these, we could just pretend to be Batman, guys.
Yeah, you can combine them to just create a smoke bomb, essentially.
Wonderful. I put them in my pouch of seeds.
Anything else for the rest of you as you scope through the marketplace?
I will say, like, it was probably covered by, like, our listening check. I just want to know if I hear anything in particularly about, like, the politics going on in the elemental plane of air, anything to do with, like, any families we're associated with. Just, like, I think this is very instinctual for Rista, like, very aware of, like, familial reputation.
By all means, I would say I'll give that its own check because of Rister's knowledge of the elemental plane of air.
Okay.
Give me another perception check. This time, obviously relying on hearing.
Do
And
I get
let's see if
advantage?
you do. I would give you advantage on this one, yeah.
Ugh. Perception, that is only a 12.
You said 12, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Just like as I'm going to my parents' house, I'm like, okay, what kind of nonsense am I walking into? Like, are my parents going to be in a good mood or a bad mood?
Okay. So you got a 12 on that there, yeah?
Yeah.
Roll me a d6. Roll me a d6.
Three.
Awesome. With a 3, you do hear some gossip that's being talked about as you guys are walking around it, and the market kind of moves in spiraling patterns around the majority of the city of Aqaa. And as you go closer to the central, the greater palace of air, where the Wind Dukes do sit and they hold court, you hear talks specifically leading towards the court intrigues of Aqaa's Ginny court. Now, your family probably has patronage to one of the Wind Dukes, one of the Ginny Lords that rules here in Aqaa. So you have a basic understanding of all of them. In fact, do you know what? Let's make this the first one, and I'll let you choose, and you can be as high or as low as you want. Is your family's patrons one of the lower Ginny Lords, or like top rung? I'll let you decide it. You just tell me.
That's a good question. I want to say they're like middle of the ring, but they like make the like with their like egos, like they make themselves out to be more influential than they are, maybe.
So they're middle, but they think they're upper middle.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They're like they're upper middle.
Okay, so not one of the not the Grand Caliph, but maybe like one of his viziers.
Maybe something like that.
Okay, awesome, fantastic.
Like still very influential. Definitely has a spot there, but just like they're not like they're definitely not ruling everybody.
Okay, so in that case, the rumor that you will hear is this. There is one of the viziers, specifically the vizier whose name that your family is associated with. Let's call them Dinar. The Grand Vizier Dinar has just announced the engagement of his son to the daughter of a cloud giant chieftain who inhabits one of the mountain peaks nearby, and they're called proto-planes. They are the planes that are formed in the borders of the elemental planes. So you'll get the proto-plane of ash, which is the boundary between air and fire. Then you've got the proto-plane of ice, which is between air and water. From the proto-plane of ash, there's a group of mountains there which peak over the tip of the cloud border. Some cloud giants have built a city there. Dinar, your family's patron, has announced the engagement of his son to the daughter of the chieftain of these cloud giants. It's
good news.
This is great news because it forms a lasting connection to cloud giants.
Incredible. So our family's in really good standing right now, then.
They're certainly in with a really solid standing.
Got
Yes. Because of the role, I won't give you anything else other than that.
Okay. And you call him our patron. My dad is a genie warlock. Dinar is his patron.
So, with patron, I'm meaning more in the political term, but what we can say is if you want your dad to be specifically a genie warlock, we can have the patronage also be in that sense. So it's a political as well as your father studied at the academy, he joined into it through becoming a patron of a genie warlock. So
let's do that. That's so messy.
You want to go both ways? We have to go both ways. Cool. Not only is Dinar your family's patron, he's also your father's literal patron.
It's really messy. That sounds like my family.
All the last of any fragments of respect I had. Sell out.
How dare you call that my family sellouts, even though we absolutely deserve to be called sellouts.
How dare you hold us
You're
responsible
right.
for our
I'm
actions?
sorry, Rista. I should.
Excuse me, I'm an aristocrat. I don't have responsibilities. I don't know
will say it to
consequences
your
for my
father.
actions.
This would also put your family in a lot of great standing for specifically trade. So maybe that's where your family's fortune comes from, is trade agreements.
Never, baby. That's absolutely the case.
Awesome, cool. I love this. See that? This is why This is why when I said this thing happened at UK Games Expo, this is what I was talking about. It starts to become collaborative world building, which is just, it's the absolute fucking best. Right, okay, cool. Anything else in particular that anybody wants to do well in the city of Aqaa? Sorry, I got a front wedgie.
Nothing in particular.
No.
I think we're just going around, like, kind of being tourists for, like, the next hour until we have to go back.
Then, as you're going around doing this, there's the sound of wings beating, and then an Arakocra will land nearby you, put a hand over their heart, bow their head, and go, Rista and Clouds. We have been alerted that the dockyard is finished with its scouting of your vessel. You may return to port and disembark whenever you wish.
Oh, that's excellent news. We'll be right there.
As you say, flaps his wings and takes off into the sky again.
So we gotta go back.
Let's go.
Okay. Is everybody making their way back to Tempe Jr.?
Yeah.
The Vesper, yes.
Tempe Jr. As you're making your way back there through the hustle and bustle of the city markets of Aqaa, and you get to the dock, there is someone that Rista, you will immediately recognise standing there. Rista, give me the name of your family butler slash handman slash bodyguard.
Oh no, I'm so bad at this.
This is absolutely your Alfred Pennyworth. Like, you know, if you were Batman, this is Alfred. And I mean that in every sense of the word. This is like an SAS trained soldier. But standing in a fancy suit.
The first name that comes to mind is Temperman. So let's go with Temperman.
Awesome, we go with Temperman.
That's a good name.
I thought like Tempest, something off of that.
Love it. And Temperament is, I will say this one, I'd already planned at this part. To the kind of higher serving families, a lot of them do, when it comes to bodyguards and security, they do usually go for Goliaths.
Oh, okay.
So he is a Goliath. Very, very pale skin, pale blue tattoos, denoting that he does come from a cloud giant lineage.
Oh, okay.
And as you approach, he will kind of bow his head and say, Miss St. Cloud, it's good to see you again. I trust that school is treating you well.
It's wonderful. It's so good to see you again, Temperman. How are my parents?
The Grand Duchess and Duke are doing very well. They are excited to host you, and your leans sideways to look past you. Fellow schoolmates, I am to understand that this is your vessel.
That's correct. And we plan on disembarking very soon.
Were you not made aware that you could send for the family airship? This seems quite, looks at it once more, rustic.
Oh, well, a very good friend of mine insisted on bringing his own airship, and I couldn't refuse him.
The urge to have Randoon walk up, wipe his hand, and go, "All right, there, pleased to meet you." I see. Well then, I've come to ensure proper navigation. Whenever you're ready to leave, simply say the word. And then he will turn and step onto the gangplank and do that thing that you do when you're testing the weight of something, where you just push on it a little bit, just to make sure. Before he then walks up, and Temperament will step onto the Tempest. The Tempe Junior.
I think Rista is very used to this kind of behavior from her, like, servants and her, like, the people who work for her family, but she's never been more mortified other than this moment.
To the rest of the party, what are your reactions to Temperament?
Slight discomfort.
Did I meet them last time?
Absolutely. This is like, when Rista's here, Temperament is her shadow.
Yeah, I think you know Temperament much more than you know her parents.
Oh.
Like, he was the one who was waiting on us whenever we were waited on.
Alwyn gives him a smile.
He nods his head and just gives you a Master Elvin.
Pleasure. I'll just go over to Kaladin.
Achilles figuring out her opinions on this man. It's
Listen,
probably
he's
very
more-
unsettling for him as Achilles figuring out her opinions.
Are we setting off?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go
Let's
meet
go.
the St. Clouds.
Then I do need to make some rolls. So Randuin does have the ability to pilot sky vehicles, so he's not making the roll at disadvantage. He does not know. He's never flown in the elemental plane of air, only his father has. So that would go against him, but you guys do have Temperament on board. So, let's roll and see how he does. We're looking for, to get to their estate, I'm going to say DC 17.
What are we rolling?
I'm rolling for Randuin for a piloting check.
Okay.
15 on the die, adding on his, and this would be technically falling under wisdom, because it's more in line with, like, knowing directions, survival-esque kind of things. So, keeping in touch with his wisdom, plus the fact that he would get the proficiency with the sky vehicles, that's a total of 25 on the roll. Randuin is more than capable of doing that with Temperament's help and taking the right airstreams. Maybe an hour outside of Aqaa, and as you're flying, the wonders of the elemental plane of air are in total vision as you move here. Gigantic creatures break the cloud barrier just enough that you can see the top of their body, then dip back below it, remaining shrouded in mystery. And off in the distance you can see storm clouds crackling and bursting with thunder. And then on the other side, looking in the exact opposite direction, complete stretch of, like, if you've ever been in an airplane, when you got to a certain altitude, you look out and it's just cloud, as if the cloud was the ground. Just that, untouched, undisturbed, for miles. An hour of these beautiful scapes go by until you start to approach Rista's home. Rista, is your home a village, a town, a city?
I think it's a small city.
A small city, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So you start to approach the city hold of Tempesta. As a small city, but still a city in and of itself, it has its own sky docks, multiple of them. Very much like Aqaa, manned by Genasi, Goliaths, and even some spatterings of giant locale here. However, being a city outside of the major city of Aqaa, there is also other races that call this place home. You can see a myriad of them moving around. As the Vesper pulls into the skydocks, there's already an... Actually, no, hold on. I'm just going to take that little thought I had in my head and just go whoop, out the way. Rista, your family's level of wealth, on a scale of damn near impoverished to Bruce Wayne, where are we talking? 0 is living out of cardboard boxes, 10 is I'm Bruce Wayne and I can buy the planet. Where are we at?
A way different scale, but it's the scale that I'm using in my head. In terms of like aristocracy, I see them on the same like wealth level as like a Mr. Darcy.
Oh shit, that's so much better. Right, okay. So as you get to the docks, as the Vesper pulls in, Rista, your family are so wealthy that their household staff have their own specific uniform. And you see 4 people standing at the dock wearing that uniform, with behind them a carriage. And they're waiting, and you know for a fact that they're waiting to take any bags that you or your friends have.
I suddenly like fall into like the routine of like, okay, we're going to the carriage, we're loading up the luggage, and then I look to all my friends and I'm like, oh right, is this what we're doing?
Randuin's going to look at everybody and like, are we supposed to bring luggage? Did anybody else bring luggage?
I have
Don't
like
bring it in. Just leave it on the
a
ship.
backpack of shit.
Eldwin's
on
right.
the
We can leave it on the ship.
Yeah.
They will literally carry it in for us, put it in guest bedrooms.
Oh, that
because
sounds
we will
horrible.
be staying here
No,
for the
no,
night.
That's so uncomfortable.
I don't have anything. Do I need to pack? I need to pack a bag, and Randuin's just going to run into like the quarters to just desperately pack things into a bag.
No.
And they would have
fine.
even done
We're
that
fine.
for you. There's no such thing as invasive amongst this kind of money and staff.
Oh, he's right.
Temperamen's just going to look to you, Rista. You keep interesting company, Miss Rista.
I keep good company, Temperament.
Quite. He will disembark down towards the carriage.
How's Malekith doing?
Malekith
yeah.
is avoiding Temperament at all cost.
Sure, but like,
He's doing that thing he does where he just nervously starts to like shuffle decks in like really artsy ways. He's just like going through the motions of that, like every now and again just eyeballing the staff and then being like, she goes back to shuffling.
I think I go up to Malekith and I'm like, you have met my father before. Are you prepared to meet my mother? I've
He
met your
takes-
mother before.
He takes a breath and he goes, Cher, we are talking about meat and apples and oranges here. This is 2 incredibly different conversations to be having. But he will take your hand and says, but, of course, I'm going to be interested in meeting anybody you want me to. Okay?
You
I'm just
don't
like-
have to talk to them long. They're in all likelihood they're just going to bring you all to your rooms and then maybe have a chat with me. And then we won't see them for the rest of the night, hopefully.
And if they decide to do a little bit more, then that's okay. And we deal with it then.
Are you sure?
It's like Mama says, okay? When everything's going downhill, laissez les bon temps rouler.
Sure. What does that mean?
Let the good times roll.
Listen, I just take Malekith's hand and I start guiding everyone to the carriage.
You take Malekith's hand.
Oh god damn it.
Temperament locks onto that.
No, I do take his hand fully, like, not even like as a status thing. She's just like kind of like death gripping his hand because she's so nervous. She's suddenly so nervous now.
temperament holds the carriage door open for anybody who would like to enter.
Don't think Achillia can fit in the carriage.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can. These are nice carriages.
Okay, never mind.
It
would have been really funny if Achillia couldn't fit in the carriage because of her horns, how wide they are.
I mean, she'll probably have to turn sideways to get in.
Okay, wait, guys, let me in first so I don't poke anyone in the eye.
So, Rista goes in first. I'm gonna say Randuin will follow in, but he will hand the bag, a bag of like, he's shoved like random things in his suitcase, hand it to somebody, then he'll pat Temperament in the chest and be like, aye, good shout, Bean, step in. He's also put on like his best coat, like he's trying to like look like everything that you would expect for this kind of meeting. Steps inside.
He's put on his nicest coat. That's really cute.
He's put on his nicest coat. He's like, oh my god, I need to be a certain person here.
Which is funny because I think we're all wearing traveler's clothes.
Achillia did not pack her nice dress.
Oh yeah.
Who's following Randuin in?
Oh yeah, I am.
Well,
Rista
yeah,
goes
we
in,
all are.
obviously Malekith falling behind. Constantine, you were next, so you step in after.
Do we all fit in the same carriage? There's like 8 of us.
Yes.
Or 7 of us.
Limo carriage.
You know what? It wasn't that.
Long
It was going to be much stupider, and it was going to be just TARDIS rules. It's bigger on the inside, but you know what? Fuck it, limo carriage.
I love a limo. That's great.
Love
Be careful, it makes wide right
Collaborative world
turns.
building. Collaborative world building.
Also,
It's got a hell of a drift.
Also, can I just be clear of what I was picturing in my head? Something with wheels in the clouds? No, this is just something that floats.
Oh yeah, 100%. It just floats.
It's a floating limo carriage.
But picture. Aesthetic cloud wheels.
Yeah.
They do nothing.
They're just aesthetic.
They're just for sitting on. When it starts to move, they flip horizontal and just start spinning.
I love the idea that someone from the elemental plane of air went to the material plane, saw wheels for the first time, and were like, we gotta get those. We gotta bring them back.
I was kind of just thinking like it's like jet propulsion, but it just injects clouds like behind it. As it
Well, like
moves.
little scooty puffs that just shoots out like little
Yeah,
rings
exactly. Yeah.
For full airplane wheels, that it's like it just goes and then it takes off and then the wheels disappear.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a lot of
yes,
good stuff here.
Yes, that's what happens with airplanes. When you get to a certain altitude, the wheels just disappear.
The wheels just disappear.
it's
I don't know
happened
why you
every
guys
time
don't
I'm
know
on a
this.
plane flight.
Does anybody want to tell Gina yet another thing she missed out about the real world? The wheels go inside them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know how planes work.
Things we're finding out about Gina. One, Gina's never seen anything other than the first Lord of the Rings movie. Gina didn't know Winnie the
you're gonna
Pooh
get
was
me
a teddy
cancelled.
bear. Gina didn't know Winnie the Pooh was a teddy bear. And also Gina didn't know that the wheels go inside the airplane.
You're gonna get me canceled.
Well,
The fact that you've not seen the third Lord of the Rings film, you should be cancelled. That's a crime.
yeah.
Anyway,
Just-
you were saying.
Just while everyone's doing their packing, Elwyn probably would change to a formal outfit and get in the carriage as well. It's kind of looking to see who else performs nobility, like who else like performs that sort of aesthetic of belonging, and who just kind of lets themselves be not right for this environment, you know?
I think all of you guys.
So Randuin, I think, is the only person who's trying. Malekith is kind of just trying to not be visible. Kaladin is very much like, you can fucking take me as I am. Like or
Yeah.
lump it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
As for the rest of you, I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I mean, I think Rista's always dressed as nobility. Like, even now she's wearing traveler's clothes, but it's still, like, nice enough that she could just show up to her parents' house of, like, we just got here. Like, this is what we're wearing.
Achillia, I'm assuming, is not performing anything.
Achillia is
Achillia's
Achillia's wearing sandals and not Ugg boots, and that's a big ask.
Yeah. I wouldn't I wouldn't guess Constantine is performing, except that Constantine might try to flatter egos just a little bit.
I think Constantine is dressing
Is-
nicer just in
yeah.
general.
Yeah, I would say like Constantine's, overall he's learned how to be a little bit more refined. He's not socially unaware. He more understands things from like a business perspective of like, you trade partners and you have to put on a good air. Anyone who's paying attention, you would notice like he probably looks a little like tense and uncomfortable.
Okay.
I do have to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
That's absolutely fine. At this point, as everybody's in the carriage now, Temperman will close the carriage door and he'll make his way to the back of the carriage where he takes hold of a large silver gilded handle and steps up onto it and gives two very, very sure knocks on the back. And the carriage will start to take off. The carriage moves through this winding little city. It's filled with very evident signs of commerce. There is a large marketplace. There's also loads of almost like industrialization towards the outer rims of the cityscape itself. As you get closer into the centre of it, the buildings become grander. White carved marble, tall, glittering silver spires. There's even the signs of carriages similar to this one moving throughout the streets. Eventually, the carriage will come to a halt, and the carriage door shall be opened for you all to step out should you wish it. Do you want to get out of the carriage?
No, we're just gonna
Our
sit
play
here
would be if we just sat here.
I came to the elemental plane of air to sit in carriage.
Personally.
So I think I'm just gonna be here for like a week,
yeah,
maybe
and
two.
Yeah,
This is the end of our holiday break.
This is our home now. We live here.
Yeah. yeah.
This carriage is our carriage now.
Our carriage.
Yeah. Eldwin will get out. He will fall into a more refined performance. He'll think, he'll think the bubblers are getting the door. He'll, stand tall, shoulders back and down, chin slightly up, poised. Yeah, to just wait for the group.
Okay.
I think Constantine's a lot like he's not being overtly I'm trying to like be against the flow, but like he won't let anyone take his bag. And like he's not being rude, but he's also not playing into the status. I don't know how exactly you'd put that. The norms, essentially.
He's not buying into the phoniness.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna like overtly like criticize or be like this is stupid or whatever, but I'm also not gonna engage with it either.
Mm-hmm.
I get you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Respectfully abstaining.
Absolutely get you.
As Achillia goes out, again, the last match, she's like, watch out, antlers. Thank you.
Excuse me, antlers coming through. Watch out the way.
That's awesome.
Sorry, I'm just looking for a particular thing. Don't mind me.
Well,
This is what we're looking for. Thank you. Good. Rista's back. Fantastic. Rista, this is the part I said I was going to put to you. As you guys step out, you see in front of you the St. Cloud family estate, manor, bungalow. We don't know. Rista, what are we looking at here? We are fully in the confines of your home. Paint us a word picture. What does Rista's home look like?
It is a beautiful manor house. It is kind of in a horseshoe shape, or more like a crescent moon shape with gates all around it, and the actual building itself, it's 2 extended halls on either side and 1 larger manor in the middle. And there is the family crest on the top of the doors, and the whole building is white stone. And covering it is like latticed vining, like air elemental native, like vining plants. And it's all very crisp, very, very tended to in a very obsessive way.
Love it. The house staff are all lined up outside to greet you as you arrive home, and standing at the front door of your home are 2 people. One just looks like a slightly older version of yourself. Very prim, very proper, very poised. And standing next to her, slightly taller. In a way, very, very middle-aged man, handsome, but in a very orchestrated to look this way. It's not effortless. It comes with, preparation and such. Both of them wearing clothes of this fine, dark blue, gilded in silver. Temperament will step out, and as he closes the door to the carriage, he will turn to you, Rista, first, and say, "Welcome home, Miss Cloud." And then he will turn to the rest of you, and he will say, "May I have the honour of introducing to you the Grand Duke and Duchess, Roos and Aura St. Cloud, Grand Duke and Duchess of the City Hold of Tempesta, patrons of the great city of Aqaa and the Wind Duke's scions." He will then speak a little quieter and he will say, "It is customary to bow."
I'm already bowing.
Oh, not for you. You don't need to bow.
Ah,
You're related
okay.
to them. You are in and of yourself a duchess. Like, you don't need to bow.
Okay.
Nobody needs to bow. I need to say that. He's just saying it's customary to bow. It's like when you're playing Baldur's Gate 3 and Vlakiv says it's customary to bow. It's that kind of shit,
Yeah.
I kind of give everyone a look of like, it's not customary, please do it.
No, Eldwin does give a respectful bow, not like a subservient bow in any way, just very much a, you're inviting me to your home. Thanks. Formality bow.
Let's see.
He will actually even say, "Thank you so much for having me back. It's a pleasure to be here."
Should you make a performance check?
Oh my god.
I'm just curious.
I'm not making. Well,
I don't think you'll make a
Am I
performance check.
making a deception check? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Kaladin does not bow. Kaladin just gives a...
Yeah.
Malekith bows, but he bows in a very, like, I'm not sure how low I'm meant to bow. Randuin gives, like, a sweeping, like, full-on, like, probably is going to introduce himself as some kind of marquee or something like that. He gives a full-on sweeping, taking the hat off bow. Why are Kaladin, Malekith, and Randuin the picture of the Hydra? There's like 2 series heads
Oh my
and one's
God.
just like cross-eyed with his tongue sticking
Yep.
out. Like, why? Rista, your parents will. Well, actually, wait, hold on. We've had from the old one. Achillia, Constantine, what is your reactions to this? And do you fall in line with the etiquette of the situation?
It's a good question.
It's up to you guys.
I know.
Bren, how would so like Constantine's only interaction with like semi like formality would be like the meetings of like guild masters. So you know, kind of, yeah, it's the difference between like, you know, royalty and like businessmen, right? What would be a traditional like kind of greeting in that regard? Would bowing be normal? Would it be something else? Nod of the head, like
Like what kind of bow? Like more of a curtsy or a full?
If you
I'd say like a half
respect
bow, like a kind of like
Yeah.
a fairly deep bowing of the head, but not like a body tilt, more like just a.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so and maybe this is just me and how I interpret things. For me, like the depth of a bow is how much respect is owed.
Of course, yes.
Mhm.
Very much so.
Especially seeing that Kaladin didn't give a bow, I think if everyone would have, he would have felt kind of pressured. Constantine's going to give enough to be noticeable, but not enough to like just a nod of the head.
You're not being egregious. You're being reserved but respectful.
Yeah, but it's like it's right on the edge where like in my circles it would be like I'm doing this because I have to, not because I respect you.
I love that you've been that specific.
That's shady.
Because I am also going to be that specific. Do I have it here, or do I have it still over on the old bookshelf? I think I have it on the old bookshelf. Okay, give me a moment. I need to grab a thing.
Oh.
I love this. I do genuinely think Achillia's just confused.
You never bowed to anyone before. No, that's not.
She never
etiquette
has. She's not
not
gonna
etiquette
start
she's
now.
ever seen before. Yeah. Also, my dogs are barking. Can anyone hear that?
No, we're good.
Okay, cool.
Have I lost something? I hope I haven't. It's
What's
one of my favorite things.
Well, you can't find another notebook?
No, it's not a notebook. It's a book. Well, it's not a book actually. It's like it was a couple of years ago I got it, and it was for a. It's like a supplement for D&D, but it's set in like Industrial Revolution style setting, and I was really interested in that kind of setting because I was planning a campaign for that kind of setting, and so I picked up the little booklet, and it had these really cool rules in it for rolling specifically for etiquette. Like understanding the social situation as is going on. But I don't appear to have it here. So what I will do then is Constantine, could you make me an insight check based on what you've said about how you're bowing?
Sure. Doesn't mean it'll be good, but I'll try. Cool. Oh wow, okay, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As you do bow, even though it is a bow of obligation,
Yes, very much.
there is a noted kind of like acceptance on the face of Roos, Rista's father.
Achillia does not bow. She just looks confused.
Roos St. Cloud looks over you and says, "You are all entirely welcome here. We have prepared rooms for each of you for the length of your stay. do feel like this home is open to you within reason, and that you may comport yourself safely within these walls. He will then turn to his wife, who will look to you, Rista, and she's going to take a couple of steps down the stairs towards you before she just extends her arms out and is like, my little girl is home.
I took her hands, mother, and I kissed her on both cheeks.
She does the same thing. It's the European thing, the mwah, mwah, and like
Yes.
goes on for like 10 minutes. God, I feel like I'm orchestrating a family reunion from my real life family. She does the back and forth. She's like, tell me how. She goes into the full mum breakdown. How is school going? Do you have lots of friends? Are you eating enough? Your mother is like a polar opposite to your dad.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
your dad is like cold and disconnected. Your mum is like the most mum of all time. But she's not like a mummy mum. She's like I'm your best friend mum. She's that kind of mum.
Oh,
She's a cool
It's
mom.
like the mom from Mean Girls.
that's
She's
not
not a
always a
regular mom,
good
she's
thing,
a cool
Yes!
man. Yes, that's not always a good thing.
I know.
She's the mum who thinks that doing mum things with your daughter means going shopping, having
Right.
lunch, and gossiping. She's that mum.
Has anybody seen Bad Moms Christmas?
I have.
There's
I've seen that, but not Lord of the Rings.
And
What a
with that intro
crazy-
into Rista's family, that's where we're going to take our little 15-minute break. Don't go anywhere, folks. When we come back, we're going to see what the inside of this house is like. We're getting a real insight into Rista's home. And maybe, just maybe, there'll be some sketchy shit. Who knows? Don't go anywhere,
think
folks.
so.
We will see you in 15 minutes after the break. Hi there, folks. We're back. And we're going into Rista's family home.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Stepping into the vine-gilded entrance of the St. Cloud family manor. You are greeted with by Rista's own declaration of their family's position, the size of Tempesta, and their family's level of wealth. You are stepping into opulence. Rista, you described everything as being white stone, so like interior white marble, silver gildings. The highest of air flare that you get. The highest of opulence that could be given by the elemental plane of air. You're taking to a grand room, very obviously like a sitting room, a room where you sit and talk. All the while as you're walking through, Ruth stays at the fairly far ahead of everyone. Rista, your mother, is walking, talking to you. Malekith is just behind you guys, kind of like a shoulder to shoulder with you, but behind you. To the rest of you guys, are you following, or does anybody dare venture off for their own little adventures here?
Love that you're asking for marching order and we're not even in a dungeon.
I know.
I'm more scared
know.
than I would be in a dungeon.
Same.
Or at least more uncomfortable.
I am absolutely content to just follow right now. Eldwin grabs Kaladin's hand because he is not allowed to run off and do random bullshit.
You're babysitting him.
Kaladin,
Yeah.
in Kaladin's mind right now, all can hear is, oh, but random bullshit's my favourite thing.
Right now, I'm gonna be your favorite thing. Come on.
Hey, I can call you random bullshit.
It's a
As
little
they
rude, but I get the message.
I'm not going to follow on with that. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to behave and be a functioning human being. As you follow into the sitting room, Aura will turn to everyone and say, please, do sit. I'll have someone bring refreshments. Is everybody familiar with the taste of cloudberry? A real fucking berry, by the way.
I
But
know.
anyway.
I had it last time I was here.
I knew I remembered your face from somewhere. How are you, dear?
I'm doing very well. So pleased to be back in the elemental plane of air. It's
We're so
refreshing.
pleased to have you. We truly are. And she's going to turn and she's going to pick up like a small, dainty silver bell and give it a little ring. And an air genasi will appear and she will say, do bring out refreshments for the Duke, myself, and our guests. They give them a bow and they scurry off to go and get refreshments. Light snacks, you know, that kind of stuff. Anybody got anything they want to do?
I mean, I'm just talking to my mom like, oh my gosh, and I heard that Dinar's son is now engaged to the daughter of the chieftain. Isn't that such great news?
It's amazing news, and we're definitely expecting an invite, so you will obviously have to attend. And we'll have to try and arrange for an escort for you as well. We have tried to get in touch with the Grand Tsar of the City of Brass. His son. This. Oh, I can never remember his name. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds like they tried to call him Pyro, but it went wrong.
Pyro.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's him. That's him. He's always struck me as an odd child.
Yes, he's been having quite a hard time at the academy, I must say.
I fear we don't exactly get along.
Oh, it's terribly understandable. I mean, his father is one of the Grand Magistrates of the city of Brass, so you do have to be you have to be quite polite to him, but every one of them just has this faint aura of something wrong around them, you know? Like, do you ever meet somebody and the way they look at you, you just think, wow, it's a wonder you don't hurt yourself tying your shoes?
Yes.
All the time.
Everybody looks at Randuin. Actually, well, she says that, Randuin's going to go, yes, indubitably.
God, I gotta start hanging out with Randuin more.
Has he fallen into an accent?
I think so. I think he's fallen into one of those, like, you know, oh, Nigel, do tell us the story about the time that you wandered into the.
Yes,
He's trying to talk proper, but he's just fallen straight into an accent.
Have you ever seen the Key and Peele sketch where they're playing two English gentlemen explorers, and they're like, "You've just got to agree to the local customs." It's like that. That kind of accent that he's fallen into, the mocking English aristocrat accent.
Does he mean it genuinely, though?
I was about to ask,
Yes.
is he doing that from, like, a place of malice of, like, I hate these
Yeah.
people and I'm making fun of them? Or is it like,
No.
he genuinely think he's trying to fit
No,
in?
it's like when people come up to me and they tell me that they're related to Scottish people, so they go, "Yeah, my grandfather's just one of the McDonald's." It's like when people do that. It's like, I know you're trying to be nice, but I want to punch you in the face. It's like that.
Got it.
I did just come to the realization I don't think Achillia knows how to tie shoes, guys.
Oh, that's why you wear Ugg boots.
She's only worn sandals, Uggs, or been barefoot.
Yo, you know what we're going to do now, Achilles, right? You know what we're going to do?
I have to learn how to tie my shoes.
No, you're going to roll me an intelligence check.
Oh god.
D20, add on just your intelligence modifier. I've got
It's
numbers.
funnier if I
because-
don't know how to tie my shoes, though.
Well,
We're not about to have an
tying
exposition
your
of
shoe
who
is
can
just
tie it.
tying a bow. Like, can you tie a bow?
I can
That's
tie
really
it
all
now.
it is.
Yeah.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Like,
I mean, it is an 11.
no,
Oh.
you cannot tie your shoelaces.
What? A 10
Wonderful.
doesn't make it? It's a
No,
nut!
I wasn't going by that. I was going by if the result was even, you got it. If the result was odd, you don't.
Oh.
But she doesn't wear.
You don't need to know how to tie your shoes,
I want a
babe.
silvery barbs that.
No, it's so funny that Achillia doesn't know how to tie her shoes. She's never worn shoes with ties anyway.
I think it must be like, oh yeah, I can tie a knot, I can tie a bow, tying my shoes, forget it.
Why would I need to know how to do that?
I think that's the same reason Randuin wears like pirate boots, because like you just pull them on and you're ready to go. Whee! Randuin definitely has strappy Velcro bits on his boots.
Yes, friggin' Velcro.
Anyway.
There's this like kind of weird moment of awkward silence that sits over everything. You know, one of those moments where you can hear the clock ticking in the background. And Aura's then going to turn. Roos, doesn't Rista look lovely today? Roos will just. You do. How is your schoolwork going?
It's going absolutely wonderfly. In fact, me and my classmates here were all on a personal project trip, you could say, which is why I didn't make it clear to you both that I was coming here. I'm so sorry, but they simply weren't in our plans. We were simply coming to the elemental plane of air to go visit a place where we can continue our studies. I'm so sorry that I didn't inform you both.
Aura just like, no, that's absolutely understandable, darling. Roos, where is it that you intend to go here? We can arrange to make sure your transport, everything is taken care of.
I'm going to name a place that's near the Grand Temple of Air, but not the Grand Temple of Air.
Okay, cool,
Maybe
absolutely. So,
a chapel
like-
or something.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's
so
plenty
we're
of
visiting chapels to study runes and
Okay, cool, absolutely. So as you know, she was like, well, yes, of course. We can definitely arrange for you to be taken to ensure your transport is safe and such.
I'm not sure that's truly necessary. We had all of our provisions packed on Randuin's ship.
I am going to say just before that, when you say about the place you're going to go, I do need a deception check from you.
Okay. Do I have
Uh,
advantage? I think I might.
with Poppy and passive.
Yeah, I get advantage on
You?
deception checks.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I thought that was true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Deception. Please, God, don't fuck. Oh, yes. Deception. Not good deception. That's a 24. Is that a 6 or 8?
24.
Yeah.
Your father's going to turn and give a look and say, strange that you would be looking at those ruins in particular. Might I suggest, and he'll name again some other far-flung ruins on like a completely different area.
Yeah. I'm giving his opinion.
Much
Can I make an
easier to
insight check
protect.
on that?
You can.
Ooh.
You can make an insight check. Rista, you can. Actually, everybody can make an insight check on that.
I will, and I also have a counter. That is a
will you-
19.
19
Oh,
for
I got a
yourself, Eldrin.
I got a 17.
I got a
17 for
21.
Rista.
Would I get an advantage because these are my parents? Or no, I do not have an advantage on insight against my parents.
Not from your father. No.
Fair. 17.
Achillia, what did you get? Sorry,
21.
21. Constantine.
10. Not a specialty.
Eldwin, you said 19, right?
Yes.
Rista, Eldwin, Achillia. The moment it was mentioned specifically the ruins, the area that you'd be going, his head jerked to the side. Then he interjected. He's shown next to no interest in almost everything you've spoken about, but the moment this was brought up, he's in there. He goes on to talking about how, like, the ruins that he suggested, they are, they're much grander. There's a lot more history and a lot more anthropology to them. If that's what your studies are leading to, I think it best you attend those ruins instead.
Bran, I have no idea if this would come under my knowledge. Obviously, he's a native to the elemental plane of air, so he might know way more than me. But also, Constantine's been reading up on this place a lot, and so has that photographic memory. Would anything he's saying, would I be able to
Mm.
challenge that with counter information, or is it nah, I just don't have the
Because of your keen mind, I'm not going to make you roll on this one because it's perfect recall as long as within the last 30 days. With that, any ruins in the elemental plane of air have major cultural and historical significance because the elemental plane of air, everything's floating or moving. It's a bit like in my homebrew world, the shifting sands. Every time you go to it, there's different ruins visible because there's constant sandstorms. So everything's important to look at. This is almost the exact same thing. Ruins are constantly moving, shifting. So any kind of thing you come across has got major historical and cultural significance. No one is more important than the others.
So Dan is not an expert in the elemental plane of air, but Constantine will, not rudely, but also not with any excessive respect, just kind of state, well, actually, given the project that we are studying revolving this war and this people and blah, 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 elegance isn't really what we're specifically looking for. We're looking for the exact cultural significance of this temple, with all due respect.
I'm gonna cover for this. Eldwin is gonna say, we have a project in elemental magic where we're supposed to study the period wherein the downfall of the elemental princes occurred and examine a historical site relevant to one of the fallings of the elemental princes. So, of course, with Rista's connection here, we saw it fit to come and see the sites here. So I think that this chapel holds the most weight and relevance in our studies. I appreciate the offer, though.
Yes, quite. Well, I would encourage you to be careful. There's been evidence of piracy in the region. You know,
I'm gonna look over at Randuin.
Randuin is going to look at you and go, I can assure you of absolutely no familial relation whatsoever.
Piracy. Understood. Is there anything else that we should know? You seem particularly concerned. Is it a dangerous area beyond that?
Just loads of old wives' tales, you know, loads of mutterings of old cult, elemental evil behavior and such. I don't know if you're familiar with the troubles of the Dark Elemental Princes, but
I'm sure you're far more knowledgeable. Would you educate me?
I'd be happy to. Within the elemental plane of air, there was once an elemental prince of evil air known as Yan Sibin. And Yan Sibin orchestrated from a site nearby the ruins that you are discussing investigating. Nobody is permitted to enter. Even the Grand Caliphs and the Wind Dukes do not go near this place. It is tempestuous, not only in its nature but in its design. And it is said that it is found in the heart of a ever-growing and ebbing cyclone, inhabited by elementals who have lost all sense of their original allegiances, attacking everything on sight. I dare say that those who have called this plane home for the majority of their lives, they cannot even enter its gates. I don't imagine 7 students should be any more victorious.
Well, Father, as we've said, we're not going to that temple, we're going to these ruins. Yes, it's in the same area, but you don't need to worry about anything.
I suppose that is true. So then you'd be willing to give me your word. You're not intending on venturing beyond these ruins then, Rista?
Of course not.
Purely academic curiosity and intrigue.
Absolutely. We're going for academic study.
I'm going to insight check him again. Is it more than just parental concern underlying what he's saying here?
He's so suspicious.
Give me an insight check.
Sus. I don't trust him. Okay.
What? A father figure that's untrustworthy? Never.
No.
Never.
That's a 21 again.
21. On a 21, there is genuine, paternal worry.
Yeah.
But there is something else under it. There's an undercutting of something, and there is a hint of worry, panic there as well.
I'll just think into the rings. He's not just worried about you.
Well, I'm gonna think back. Where did you get the orb?
This house?
Do you think its absence might be noticed?
I had the orb for months before I left for the academy. I don't know if he would have said something.
Well,
I think we can let sleeping dogs lie for now.
agreed. Eldwin will say, we'll be with her the whole time. We will make sure that nothing happens to the heiress of the St. Cloud family.
The aura is going to kind of. Do you see what he did there? Is that the heiress? Eldwin, you're such a hoot.
He's always so funny.
Oh, I made a pun, didn't I? Oh.
You did make a pun, and a rather good one at that.
Yeah.
Oh, good, the refreshments are here. Everyone should have a glass.
As they come, Roos is going to kind of look at them and then look at you, Rista. Yes, quite. If you'll excuse me, I do have some business to attend to.
Of course, you're a very important man. Thank you for the time that you've spent with us.
Yes, of course. Anything for Rista's friends and kobolds. I shall see you all at dinner.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
Father.
Yes, dear, yes. And then he shall leave. Quite hurriedly. Quick footsteps.
I just because the orb was brought up, I think that Rista, like, anytime she was around her parents with it, like, Rista made a point to, like, keep it out of sight.
Okay, so still keeping it out of sight?
Yes, definitely.
Yes. Okay. Aura will get up after drinking from her fresh. Just say, I'll let you all get settled in. You have the entire wing to yourselves. Please do feel free to use it in whichever way you see fit. Rista, you know where everything is needed. And
Oh, Mama, please, please. I know you've trained me to be the perfect hostess. I will make sure that everyone is attended to.
I know you shall. Enjoy. And she will look to you again, Rista, and give like a perhaps later you and I will catch up, mother-daughter.
Of course, Mother. I will find you later.
She'll give a wave and she'll toddle off.
I speak into the rings. If you're going to say anything important, say them over the rings. The servants talk.
In the ring, you hear, of course they talk, they're people.
Or was that
Kaladin-
something that we forgot?
No. I will say back into the ring. No. They talk like I tabloid.
Kaladin will turn and look over at you, Rista, and say, so, you're not just like rich. You're like important person rich.
I've made it clear before that I'm a duchess.
Yeah, but there's saying that you're a duchess, and then there's... Oh, Lady Rista. Well, like two different things, you know? Yeah, I think it's just like... You know, it's different to see it in action, you know?
Are you saying that I'm toned down?
I'm saying I guess since you've been hanging out with everybody here, you've just chilled out a bit.
Seeing you in your element is both enlightening and... Let's just stick with enlightening.
I'm glad you all have had the chance to get to know me better.
You have a lovely home.
Thank you, Elwin. But we still plan on leaving tomorrow at the latest. We shouldn't be here
I
long.
would say so. Yeah, we need to make it clear that our academic responsibilities are our biggest priority. After all, we were in such a hurry to complete this project that we didn't even send notice of our arrival.
I feel like if I can't touch anything in this place. It's
That
just
might be for the
great.
best.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, should we make plans? Because it sounds like getting to the Temple of Grand Air will be harder than we initially thought.
This is all happening over the rings, right?
Yes.
Okay, I was just making sure. What would you recommend? You are the expert in this realm, so how do you think it would be best for us to make a hasty exit without being followed?
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think I just have to talk to my parents and tell them that any additional transport is not only unnecessary, but it would be hindering to our journey, so I will talk to them. And I will make sure it doesn't happen. Randuin, how do you think the Vesper will do getting to the Temple of Grand Air?
I reckon... Sorry, I got lost in it there for a little bit.
Yeah, you were doing so well, sweetie.
I was really trying, you know, like I just imagined all the times that I heard my dad telling stories about pompous people that he met and like what they sounded like. And I'm not saying your folks are pompous, that's not what I meant. What I call rich people is pompous. There's a certain air about them, you know. I'm digging a hole, never mind. Anyway, my dad would tell me stories and he'd always make them sound, they always sounded like this, no matter where they were from. And so, you know, that's what came out. I just channeled my dad. And I can tell you with 100% certainty, if I channel my dad, nothing ever goes wrong.
Right.
Where's to
For the
live
most
by?
part, that works. What about the Vesper?
The Vesper, I mean, they're tough. They really are. But they're small. They're not a long distance travel vessel. They're a short skiff here and there vessel.
Maybe I could speak to my parents about getting additional armor for the ship, if you would allow it.
I mean, I'll allow it, but it's not just me. You've got to ask the Vesper.
Okay. Will do.
Is it a matter of armor or a matter of like sails? Would this be like we need a specific enchanted sail type of deal?
I mean, I imagine it's going to be more the sails than anything. I mean, the Vesper, her hull will, the hull will stop cannons from getting through. It'll stop magical projectiles getting through. The sails are still sails.
What do you think we should do? You think getting new sails would be the best option?
I think that's one of the options that's available. I think the other option is there's always a back door.
Interesting. I'm sure we brought maps and stuff with us. Is that the kind of, or is it more like knowing the air currents, like what you were talking about before?
I reckon, and this is going based purely on just me mum and me dad. The biggest, oldest places to break into, the best treasure, it's never just the front door. There's always something else. There's always another way in. I reckon it'll be the exact same thing with this whole shenanigans. There'll be another way in that doesn't involve... If you're wanting to protect something that's important, you put it somewhere where it can be protected, but also people can get to it if they need to. So you make it dangerous and scary and hoorah on the outside. But the people that are supposed to get to it, they know there's another way. We just need to find that other way.
How do we find it?
Generally that comes down to thieves. Best thieves in the area, they'll probably know. Your dad mentioned pirates.
So we're not going to find it here. We're going to find it out there.
Or we'll find it in that big old fancy good-looking place back where we came from.
That's true.
All just depends on who you want to talk to. Kaladin will nod along with that. Any place I've ever broken into, any place that's ever had a hidden entrance, you never get it from the architects, and you never get it from the people who own it. You get it from the people who have had rumors or tried to break in before, you know?
Sounds like
Manduan would be the best fitted to find. And people who see skills or anything like that. I don't think any of the rest of us know thieves' cat.
I can't.
You can't. Can't?
I can't.
But Randuin and I can always head back to Aqaa.
You can't.
by yourselves?
Could I join you? I'm not well versed in the light finger realm, but I, with all due respect, Rista would probably be more comfortable in that realm. And I would like to refrain from causing any problems.
Constantine, do you think that you would do better in a Thieves Guild?
I think I would be less likely to insult your parents and harm our friendship if I am away from an environment that brings up a lot of feelings for me. And in the best interest of cooperation, friendship, and everything going smoothly, it'd be great to see the different side of a city.
So Randuin, Kaladin, and Constantine can go ahead and out and try to find pirates or thieves guilds while we wait here and entertain my parents.
And ourselves. There's got to be things in this castle to do. Castle manor.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Manor. There's got to be things in the manor to do, and also, well. So where's your barracks? If there were enchanted sails, where would they be kept? Where's your guard?
I mean, I think I'd just go over to Temperman, my butler, and I just ask him, Temperman, you know, my parents really, they're really right, and we should be, I still think that we should go with our own ship, but in an effort to make sure that we're as safe as we possibly can we find a way to get better sails on my friend Randuin's ship here?
going to look to Randuin, and he's going to look back to yourself, Rista. You mean for the ship outside?
Yes, I do. Can we organize that?
Are you sure you would not prefer me to simply have you in more reliable transport?
Oh, yeah, temperament. It's better if we just go ourselves. I will discuss this with my parents, but it's no issue.
I will contact the Aether wielders within the city walls. We will see of having new sails constructed.
Splendid. Can we do that as soon as possible, please?
I will see to it post haste, Lady Rista.
Thank you, temperament.
He gives a bow, and then he turns to go and send word to the Aether Weavers.
Suppose that's it for now.
Well,
Randuin
in
is going to
that
get up.
case,
Well, before he gets back with them, I'm going to go and get ready to take us to Aqaa because, well, I'd like to avoid the new sails as long as possible.
Understandable.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
I'll join you. I've always wanted to learn how to prepare a ship to sail.
Always?
Always.
Kaladin will get up and appears like we're setting off sooner than I thought, so I guess I'll just go with him. Then he's going to look to you, Eldrin, give your hand a squeeze, and then don't go messing me too much, eh?
fine.
And he'll head out to the ship alongside Randuin and Constantine. Are you going with them just now?
Yes.
So, we have Constantine, Randuin, and Kaladin heading off back to Aqaa to do some snooping around the local criminal scene. And then we have Eldwin, Achillea, Rista, and Malekith staying home and trying not to give away any hints of what they're doing.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think with that being
Love.
there, I think that's a nice place to wrap for today. Slightly earlier than we usually do. Slightly earlier than usual. But if we wrap it there, next session we can begin with Aqaa and this and there, and we can most likely get all of that done and then have the entirety of the session afterwards focused on the temple instead of halting bits
Perfect.
here. Okay, but because we're ending out, it means I can give you an after credit scene.
Yes!
Fun.
After credit scene, a beautiful, elaborate office. And there's the sound of a door opening and stepping into this door. It's Rus. He goes over to his desk. Papers, documents, all that kind of stuff. And his most prized possession, something that Rista will have seen countless times, something that he's used countless times before. His vessel. The link to his patronage. But he goes to it and moves it aside and touches a rune on the base of the pedestal it stands on, and that pedestal twists and opens, and he takes out a ring. Stands out amongst everything else in this room because the metal that it's made of is a dull, dark iron grey with a pale diamond set in it. And he puts the ring on. And it glimmers, and he speaks to it. He speaks to it specifically in Orin. And he says, "There have been some complications. The ties here have become muddied." And a voice is going to speak back. And the voice that speaks back says, "Don't matter how much they're muddied up. I reckon you better do what you can to clear them pathways. Get them ties nice and shiny like, or else me and my associates, well, we're just gonna have to go back on our deal now." There's a look of pure agitation on Roos's face. No, I'll see to it that it is cleaned up, as you say. Just make sure that you and your compatriots are able to supply me with what you promised. And then he takes the ring off, puts it back. Hurtling across the plains through multiversal portals into the middle of the astral sea, there's an airship. And on that airship, standing at the prow, is a humanoid. Maybe at one point they were human, but they certainly don't look human anymore. They still have a humanoid appearance, but their body appears to be made entirely, clothes, everything, made of shifting golden sand. And they're going to look at a ring, dark metal, with a glowing white diamond. And as the glow of the diamond fades, they take it off and hand it to some nameless nobody before they go, "I'm really going to look forward to killing him." And that's where we're going to end it for today. Thank you very much to everybody that came today, to my players, and thank you very much to, number one, I'm just going to say thank you very much to Rista for leaning into the collaborative world building that we are going to be employing here going forward, because it's always fun to get the players involved. I'm going to make a wee executive decision here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not going to make that executive decision. I am going to give my vote for MVP to Aqaa for the spotting the bullshit when the bullshit needs spotted, essentially, is what it's going to boil down to. The insight checks were clutch. They really were. They were really good, really good solid checks. And I like that. I also like, for some reason, the image of Aqaa just going, watch the horns, I don't want to poke somebody's eye out. That just was really funny to me. So I'm going to give my vote to Aqaa. Gina, who's getting your MVP vote for today? As a reminder, you can vote for yourself.
Yeah, but that's so... Blech. I kind of want to give it to you, Bran. Every aspect of this episode was so personal, and I think you knocked it out of the park. Just really leaned into that familial trauma for my character. It was excellent.
thank you very much. I'll accept that. Thank you, and I'm glad that you feel that your character's past was used in a reliable way. I'm glad it wasn't just nameless trauma. So I'm glad.
Yeah, but it was delicate.
You have to be. There's a finesse.
Yes, exactly.
As our good old Jasek says, finesse.
You can't just shove trauma in the face. It's more of an art form.
I mean, you can just shove trauma in the face. It just will not land the way it's supposed to. But yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Dan, what about yourself?
I think I'm gonna follow in Gina's footsteps and also say Bran. I think it's a real, it takes a real art to balance, telling someone else's story and having them tell it and kind of be cooperative in that world. And I think you did a really good job of that. And I really like how you have plot threads that you are obviously going to implement, but you're also, allowing Rista to take part in that and kind of help flesh out that world. So I think I don't know if I've ever seen a DM do that, so that's really creative for me.
Thank you very much. I had never seen it until we had a guy at UK Games Expo who was running Old Gods of Appalachia, and it got to a particularly kind of old man we were supposed to find, and he was like, he just pointed at people and went, what's a rumour you heard about this old man? And we were like, he has 2 left hands. And then it was like, okay, cool, what's something you've learned about this guy? He has the heart of an unknown beast in his basement. And then suddenly it's like those weird ghost stories you had as a kid about why you don't go by the house at the end of the street and stuff like that. We built the players.
Rumors are such a fun mechanic to implement in storytelling. It's like, what do you know about this guy?
And I decided to implement it on a further scale, letting people decide what their own. I can make the continents, I can make the countries. Which town in that country do you come from? Tell me, and let you put a bit of yourself into it. So thank you. I appreciate it being seen. Thank you. Ren, who's getting your?
I think for me it's gonna be going to you as well, Bran. I love the way that you're inviting us to step forward in world building. I'm really enjoying some of the twists and turns that you're throwing at us with all of this. And yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think that puts me at majority, but in curiosity, Charlie, who would your MVP vote go to?
You did a very fantastic job, Bran. I was going to give mine to Rista, because I think that, stepping up to the plate is equally hard. It's not something that players are often expected to do, and so when the situation arises, the ability to think on your toes about what you know about these characters and assess and in the moment make these decisions, that can be challenging, and I think that Rista stepped up very well. We all have a good mental image of where we are, of what this place is like, and that's a testament to both of y'all, but I have to pick. So
absolutely,
yeah.
and the point that you make is incredibly valid. Even with to say, at the beginning of the session, I did say to Gina, hey, by the way, I'm not going to say anything about where you're from or your home or anything like that. I'm going to let you make that decision. It's not going to be right away. You've got a bit to think about it, but there will be points today where I'm going to implement collaborative world building, and I think
it went really well.
It went great. It went absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Even down to things like temperament. That's such a butler name.
Yeah.
That is absolutely a butler name. And it's like, it was my first time doing collaborative style storytelling. It could have went entirely ski with it. It went pretty fucking sweet. It
was a lot of pressure, so thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, and I think very, very much that has to be acknowledged, that that's not something people that play all the time are used to doing. So very, very well done to that.
I do get the pressure of every DM now who's been asked, hey, that shopkeeper, what's his name?
Yeah. Yeah,
I finally felt that.
Sometimes you plan for it and you're like, aha, I got you, and then they do something else. Like I did it. I planned for this. I planned for something because they kept always players I had kept doing this whole thing of like, who takes our horses? And so they were coming to a city, and I was like, there's a stable hand there. He's actually a squire. He's going to take your horses. And they're like, oh, cool. What's his name? I named this guy Klopp. And then they kept going. But see, this is the dangerous side of it, because they kept asking about him. Who's this Klopp guy? What's his dreams? What's his life? By the end of it, this kid Klopp was actually the half-brother of one of the party members, who was actually the bastard child of a minor noble within the city. This kid ended up becoming the king.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, we don't know why he can talk to horses. Not animals. Horses.
His name is Klopp, of course he can.
His name is
Sometimes
Klopp because his
you just
first
have a
name is
bond.
Clifford. His first name is Clifford, and he gets shortened to Cliff. And because they wanted to make fun of him because he talks to horses, so Cliff Klopp. So his name's
There's
Klopp.
even backstory on the name.
I had to. They kept asking questions, but now you understand the pressure, of course. So
It's great.
thank you very much. I will happily accept that MVP. I will roll and see what I get. I'm currently sitting with a 3.
That's pretty dangerous.
But so is like a 19.
Which is what I've just
Absolutely.
rolled. I've just rolled an 18.
Oh. Well, that is
So
better.
it's a lot of power either way.
It is, yeah.
I'm going to take the 19. I'll take the 19. Okay, I'll take the 19. I feel like it's the...
You could
it's
use
more
it for
dangerous
good, we
option.
don't know.
I could,
could
use it for you guys.
good.
I could use
He
it for
could.
the guys. But yeah, so thank you very much for everybody at KBC's Day. Thank you for my players. If you like what you've seen, you should check out all of our other shows that we do have. We have got The Forming on Monday nights. We've got The Tides of Chaos on Tuesdays. We've got To the Skies on every second Wednesday. We've got Fathoms Below on Thursdays. We've not got anything on Fridays right now. On Saturdays we have our Dragon Age campaign set with the Dragon Age TTRPG system, and then on Sunday obviously we have Welcome to the Academy. I do believe we're all good for next Sunday. Everybody all good? Yay nay, yay nay.
I'm actually
Lit-
not, unfortunately. My sister has her going away party. She's leaving for New York for college, so I
All
I
right.
think we're doing that.
And I can't do next Sunday because my brother's getting married that weekend.
Okay, so it would be a skip on next Sunday. The Sunday after that, we would.
So we'd be
Back, is
missing
that
the
right?
So we'd be missing the 30th and playing on the 6th.
No, I'm
Or were
saying
you
on the
saying
6th.
that-
Yeah, I
okay,
can't. I'm
you're
saying
out
on the
the
6th I
6th.
can't.
Okay.
Okay.
So for the next part, it would be, for the next coming parts, it would be handy to have everybody.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
So for
The
the next 2
13th.
weeks, there's going to be no Welcome to the Academy, but do join us again on
The 13th.
6 plus. Thank you. I was literally doing 6 plus 7 in my head.
Oh, no.
So join us again the 13th at 5:30 p.m. CST, where we'll have To the Sky, not to Welcome to the Academy. It's cause 2 is in both of them, so I'm tripping myself up. It's also late. But
It is very late for you.
if you would like to see any more of what we do, we're also going to have things going up on World Tree Quests on all our social medias. I have finally got in touch with some people for doing art, for book stuff, so very soon we're also going to have a Patreon page starting up, and we were going to start putting up magic items, we're going to start putting up homebrew spells, subclass options as well, so that you can support, because I am going to start within the next 2 years pushing to make an Atuma supplement book. So yeah, there's going to be a Patreon page where you can kind of support all that as well. I will also be at PAX Unplugged this year. Oosh. So if you're going to be at PAX Unplugged, I will see you there. It's also my birthday on PAX Unplugged this year.
Aww.
So if you're there and you see me, I'm probably going to try and go to a karaoke bar for my birthday. So that'll happen. Other than that, I'm going to pass on over to my players and let them plug themselves. So, Gina, where can we see you other than this place?
I'm not playing anywhere else right now. You can continue to find me here at Welcome to the Academy. Right now, we're not going to be here a couple of Sundays from now, but catch us next time.
Thank you very much for that there, Gina. Dan, where can we see your lovely face?
Tides of Chaos, not this Tuesday, but hopefully next Tuesday. Shit's going down. Charlie pulled a outstanding move, and it's pretty sick. Actually, I'll let him speak about it when he gets to his, because it's pretty cool.
Man.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. Ren, where can we see your lovely self?
You can find me on most social media platforms as some variation of Changeling Rogue, and on Monday nights at 7 p.m. PST, you can find me over at Dice Versa Studios in our second campaign, where I'm finally playing a bard again, which is really fun. And other than that, that's about it. If you find me in grad school, no, you didn't.
Well, you heard them. If you find them in grad school, no, you didn't. Thank you very much for that there, Ren. Last and most certainly not least, Charlie, anything you would like to plug at all? Anything you'd like to make anybody aware of?
Yeah, like Dan was saying, we do have Tides of Chaos, not next Tuesday, the Tuesday after. The thing that I did that he is talking about is I kind of summoned a Tarask on the people who killed my parents.
You know,
Power
perfect.
move. Power move.
It's not a real Tarask. It is an archdruid named Barry, who's older than anything, and can turn it, like, can wild shape into a Tarask.
You know, good for Barry. He deserves a treat.
Barry does. Barry's been through it. But now Barry's helping me kill these people. So there's currently a Tarask fighting a Draco Lich, while the rest of us spat it out with this really cool assassin guy and this, like, fungal shroom mother. She's cool and creepy.
We're tangoing with a hag coven, but each of the hags is also something else. So one of the hags is a Dracolich, one of the hags is a Lycan Lich, and one of the hags is just an Elder Hag. But they all have, it's a really, really cool mechanic idea that I came across, where, like, because they're within a certain radiance of each other, they have access to each other's spell lists, they have access to each other's spell slots, and they have access to each other's reactions and stuff like that. So one of them could have 3 reactions in one turn. They could have 1 reaction each, one could have 2, while another one has 1, and, like, you could have a Dracolich just popping out heal spells and stuff like that because of otherwise. Very, very clever concept, and it's making for a very interesting combat.
Yeah,
but yeah,
very fun.
Very, very fun, and it's an unearthed arcana. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Subclass. It's a Circle of the Titan or something like that. Basically, you can turn into Godzilla. It's very, very fun.
I've done that once or twice.
I've heard it. I've heard it's good. But if that is it from my players and that's it from me, well then that is it from us. So thank you very much for everybody coming to see us today, folks. I have been your DM of Doom, Oops All Brands, or World Tree Quest here on Twitch and YouTube. With me today we have had my lovely and my amazing cast. We've had Gina Donoghue, we've had Just Dan, we've had Changeling Rogue, and we've had Charlie 182.0. From all of us here at World Tree Quest, good night, stay safe. Your mother might be lovely, but you can never trust your dad. They're probably speaking to a weird guy made of sand. Also, don't pull a finny. Good night, folks. Good night.